As all of us are aware, deepfakes have emerged as a new threat to democracy. Deepfakes weaken trust in the society and its institutions. The use of social media is ensuring that deepfakes can spread significantly more rapidly without any checks, and they are getting viral within few minutes of their uploading. So that's why we need to take very urgent steps to strengthen trust in the society and to protect our democracy. We had a meeting of all the social media platforms today and the companies which are leaders in AI tools and NASSCOM and professors from the field of AI. And we had long and a very candid discussion. We have all agreed that within next about 10 days, we will come up with clear, actionable items on 4 pillars. In a very structured way, we'll work on first pillar is detection. Detection of deep fakes, detection of deep misinformation. Second pillar is how to prevent the spread of deep fakes, deep misinformation that is detected and informed. Third is how to strengthen the reporting mechanisms. As all of you are aware, the in-app reporting mechanisms are there in most of the apps. How do we strengthen that so that the grievance appellate mechanism that also within the company and outside the company can be further strengthened? The fourth pillar that we have agreed on today is about awareness. So I'm repeating the 4 pillars on which we had agreement today. First is detection. Second is prevention. Third is strengthening the reporting mechanism. Fourth is awareness. All the companies, all the platforms, the entire industry shared our concern. They understood that this is not free speech. They understood that this is something which is really harmful for the society. They understood the need for much heavier regulation on this. So we agreed that we will start drafting the regulation today. We will start drafting the regulations today itself. And within a very short time frame, we will have a new set of regulation for deepfakes. This is what we had discussed today. There were many more items which I like to address during your questions. I'll repeat this entire thing again. साथियों, हम सब जानते हैं आज सोसाइटी में एक नया खतरा उभर के आया है, वो है डीप फेक्स। किसी भी व्यक्ति की इमेज को लेके, किसी भी व्यक्ति की आवाज को लेके एकदम गलत, एकदम रॉन्ग, एकदम फेक वीडियो या फेक ऑडियो बनाया जाता है, जिससे कि साधारण मानवी उससे नुकसान में रहता है। इससे हमारी सोसाइटी को नुकसान हो रहा है, हमारे सोशल इंस्टीट्यूशंस को नुकसान हो रहा है, हमारी डेमोक्रेसी पे बड़ा एक खतरा ये उभर के आया है। जरूरत है कि जल्दी से जल्दी इस पे स्टेप्स लिए जाएं, चाहे वो कानूनी हो, चाहे वो रेगुलेटरी हो, चाहे वो टेक्नोलॉजिकल हो, हर एक तरह के स्टेप्स हमको लेने की जरूरत है। आज सभी सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स को एक डिटेल्ड मीटिंग के लिए बुलाया गया था। सबके साथ विस्तृत चर्चा हुई, डिटेल में बातचीत हुई। सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स ने अपने इंटरनेशनल एक्सपीरियंस को भी शेयर किया और सबने क्लियरली इस खतरे को, इसकी गंभीरता को स्वीकार किया कि वाकई डीप फेक्स आज एक बहुत बड़ा सामाजिक खतरा उभर के आया है। सबने इस पर सीरियस रेगुलेशन, सीरियस कंट्रोल, इसकी स्वीकार्यता को जाहिर किया। एकदम क्लियरली निकल के आया कि हमें 4 चीजों पे एक साथ मिलके काम करना पड़ेगा और जल्दी काम करना पड़ेगा। पहला है किसी भी डीप फेक को कैसे जांच करें, डिटेक्ट कैसे करें, जाने कैसे कि ये डीप फेक है। दूसरा, प्रिवेंट करने का, कि एक तो डीप फेक को पोस्ट करने से प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं क्या पहले, दूसरा उसको वायरल होने से प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं क्या। तीसरा, रिपोर्टिंग मैकेनिज्म, जैसे भी किसी भी ऐप में कभी भी कोई भी यूजर अगर रिपोर्ट करना चाहे कि ये डीप फेक है, इसके कारण नुकसान हो रहा है, इसके कारण प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, ये गलत है, तो उस रिपोर्टिंग मैकेनिज्म को कैसे स्ट्रांग किया जाए ताकि एकदम तुरंत कार्रवाई हो सके। चौथा के लिए सब मिलके काम करेंगे, सरकार भी काम करेगी, इंडस्ट्री भी काम करेगी, और मैं मीडिया के साथियों से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं आप लोग भी इसमें सहयोग करें और अवेयरनेस बढ़ाएं। इन सब बातों से हुआ कि एक नए रेगुलेशन की जरूरत है और इस पे त्वरित भाव से कार्रवाई शुरू होगी। आगामी कुछ ही हफ्तों में रेगुलेशन की ड्राफ्टिंग को कंप्लीट करने का प्रयास किया जाएगा, जिससे कि एक बहुत ही हेल्दी वे में जल्दी से जल्दी सोसाइटी को, सोशल इंस्टीट्यूशंस को बचाने के लिए जो काम करना है वो किया जा सके। इसके अलावा भी कई पॉइंट डिस्कस हुए। आज की मीटिंग में सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म सारे के सारे उपलब्ध थे, प्रेजेंट थे। जो लोग, जो कंपनीज जिनके पास टूल्स है जिनसे एआई जनरेटेड वीडियो या एआई जनरेटेड ऑडियो या एआई जनरेटेड इमेजेस क्रिएट होती हैं, वो कंपनीज भी प्रेजेंट थी। NASSCOM भी प्रेजेंट था और अच्छे प्रोफेसर्स जो कि एआई की फील्ड में काम कर रहे हैं वो लोग भी प्रेजेंट थे। सभी का यूनानिमस मत था, सबका एक मत था, सबकी सहमति थी कि ये विषय ऐसा है जिस विषय को तुरंत ही एड्रेस करना जरूरी है। I'll take the questions from this side first. एक एक करके, one by one, हमेशा की अपनी तरीके से। Yeah.
That's coming in, and also how much does this mean accountability on the person who creates the deep fake and spreads it, and also on the platform that hosts that deep fake?
दोनों पे रहेगी जिम्मेदारी और हम इसको नए रेगुलेशन को नए रूल्स के फॉर्म में भी ला सकते हैं, नए कानून के फॉर्म में भी ला सकते हैं, या एग्जिस्टिंग रूल्स के अमेंडमेंट के फॉर्म में भी ला सकते हैं।
सर मैं विकास हूं, मेरा सवाल है।
सेकंड
अच्छा
सर, आपने जैसे कहा कि जो लोग जो कंपनीज हैं जो एआई की वीडियोस या ऑडियोज बनाती हैं, अगर वो कंपनीज उसी चीज पे कोई लोगो या टैग जिसको बग फिक्स कर सके, तो क्या उसको प्रोमिनेंटली बाहर बताया जा सकता है? ऐसा अगर कुछ चर्चा हुई?
ये चर्चा बहुत क्लियरली हुई लेबलिंग और वाटरमार्किंग की। इस पे सभी की सहमति थी कि ये तो करना ही करना है, ये तो बेसिक मिनिमम है जो सबको करना पड़ेगा। इसके अलावा भी बहुत कुछ करना पड़ेगा, ऐसा तय हुआ, क्योंकि कई लोगों ने लेबलिंग और वाटरमार्किंग के तोड़ भी निकाल लिए हैं। तो ये डिस्कशन भी डिटेल में आज हुआ, टेक्निकल डिस्कशन हुआ। प्रोफेसर वत्सा थे, प्रोफेसर धाल थे, जिन्होंने बहुत क्लियरली इस पॉइंट को रेज किया। कुछ प्लेटफॉर्म्स ने भी इस कंसर्न को कहा कि हम लेबलिंग के लिए तैयार है, वाटर मार्किंग के लिए तैयार है, लेकिन उसको उससे भी ज्यादा कुछ करना पड़ेगा।
सर मेरा
आपके
सवाल
मन
है,
से- नहीं, एक एक करके अपने यहाँ एकदम क्लियर रूल बना हुआ ना, एक तरफ से चालू करेंगे सभी की बात।
सर मेरा सवाल है कि भारत अपने अधिकार क्षेत्र में रेगुलेशन ला करके नियंत्रण स्थापित कर सकता है अगर विदेशों से या बाहर से इस तरह की चीजें पंप होती हैं और आती हैं, क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी को हम बांध नहीं सकते, इसके लिए क्या कुछ विचार किया जाए?
डिजिटल की दुनिया फिजिकल दुनिया से बहुत अलग है। फिजिकल ज्योग्राफीज नई कैरी होती है डिजिटल दुनिया में, इसीलिए अब तक जितने भी रेगुलेशंस बने, आपने डीपीडीपी एक्ट में देखा होगा, बहुत क्लियरली भारत में जो प्रदर्शित है, भारत में जो दिखाया जा रहा है, चाहे वो कहीं से भी बना हुआ हो, उसके ऊपर वो रेगुलेशन लागू होगा।
Mantri ji, good morning. My name is Ajay Banerjee. Sir, deep fakes have been suddenly come out. There was an actress whose video came out. This can be very dangerous, as you spelled out. This can happen to a political person. This can happen to an industry. This can happen to anybody. It can cause serious damage. In the past, it has caused serious damage to some people financially also. Will there be a penal clause of financial penalties or criminal penalties?
Yes, when we do the regulation, when we draft the regulation, we'll also be looking at the penalty, both on the person who has uploaded or created as well as the platform.
Sir, shall we say that government is going to bring regulation for use of AI technology?
We are saying that the government will bring regulation for detection, prevention, strengthening the reporting mechanism and creating awareness and using technologies for deep fakes and AI generated content which can be harmful for the society.
सर मेरा सर
आपके पहले वो दूसरे वो उनको कोई
नहीं, उनको नहीं पूछना है। सर मेरा सवाल ये है कि जो आपकी आज बैठक हुई है, जब आप ड्राफ्ट रेगुलेट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जब तक कानून नहीं बनता है तब तक क्या जो अभी हाल ही में जैसी घटनाएं हुई हैं, इसको लेकर भी कि ऐसी घटनाएं रोकी जाएं, कुछ इमीडिएट विचार हुआ हो? और दूसरा ये सवाल कि क्या बजट सत्र तक इसको लेकर ड्राफ्ट आ सकता है?
बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न है। बहुत क्लियरली डिसाइड हुआ है कि अगली मीटिंग हम दिसंबर के पहले वीक में करेंगे। दिसंबर के पहले हफ्ते में आज के जो डिसीजंस हुए उसके ऊपर फॉलो अप एक्शन क्या हुआ है, क्या कॉन्क्रीट एक्शनेबल आइटम्स निकले हैं और हमारा ड्राफ्ट रेगुलेशन में क्या क्या जाना चाहिए, इस सब बातों पे अगला डिस्कशन फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ दिसंबर में होगा। वो आज तय हुआ है और तब तक सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स ने और कंपनीज ने कहा कि हम बाकी जो कुछ भी स्टेप्स अपने आप अपनी पॉलिसीज और अपनी कंपनी की गाइडलाइंस के तहत ले सकते हैं वो हम लेंगे। आपका कोई प्रश्न था बीच में? नहीं।
Sir, have any of the companies, specifically the social media companies and the AI generating companies, so have any of the companies have accepted that they will bring changes to their existing policies for misleading and fake contents on social media?
All of them have shared our concern. All of them understand that this is a grave, this is a very important, it's a very big threat to our society. All of us have said that yes, we are already taking steps internally and we would like to increase the intensity of those efforts.
सर दो छोटे छोटे सवाल थे। एक तो डिजिटल पर्सनल डाटा प्रोटेक्शन कानून अभी पारित हुआ था पिछले सत्र में, आपको लगता है कि क्या उसको और मजबूत करने की कोशिश है इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ दिस न्यू चैलेंज, और क्या आपको लगता है कि एक नया कानून बनाना जरूरी होगा डीप फेक्स जैसे चुनौतियों से निपटने के लिए?
जैसा मैंने कहा, फ्री स्पीच और प्राइवेसी ये दोनों के दोनों कंस्ट्रक्ट हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और इन्हीं दोनों कंस्ट्रक्ट को डीप फेक का उपयोग करके एक तरीके से उसको अंडरमाइन करने की कोशिश की जा रही है। इसलिए नए रेगुलेशन में डीप फेक और एआई जनरेटेड सिंथेटिक कंटेंट को हार्मफुल ना हो सोसाइटी के लिए, डेमोक्रेसी के लिए, उसके लिए नए रेगुलेशन लाए जाएंगे। आपका कोई पॉइंट? नो?
Sir, has the government requested these app sites to take immediate action if any case is reported till the time there's a draft in
Yes.
place? Because most of the times, every application has at least 24 hours, so 72 hours of time limit to respond. But by that time, the deepfake has already.
That is the third pillar of our structure. Reporting mechanism needs to be strengthened. It needs to be more proactive. It needs to be more time sensitive, because a damage which can be done can be very immediate, and if it takes a few hours to take down such content, then that may not prevent the damage. So that's why this is the third part of the pillar, third pillar of the construct. You come this side.
So Aditi from Hindustan Times, I have a tripartite question. First, when it comes to regulation, you said that it could either be a law, rules, or amendments to rules. So was there a discussion about what kind of form the regulation will take, and what is the timeline we are looking at? Because you said in 10 days we'll have an actionable plan, and then you said that there will be a law. Will there be a public consultation on it? Second, you spoke about how there was discussion about tackling deep fakes as well as deep misinformation. Now, there is an issue about distinguishing between deep fakes and deep misinformation. For instance, Prime Minister Modi talked about a deep fake of his Garba video, which turned out not to be a deep fake or synthetically created video, but of a person who looks like Mr. Modi, who was in that video. So was there a discussion around differentiating between the two and how to tackle misinformation, which are not deep fakes? If yes, how will that interact with the existing IT rules and the amendments that were made in April? And the last part is, was there a discussion about tracing the people who create these deep fakes, and how would that interact with end-to-end encrypted apps?
All your three questions are basically covered if you look at the structure that we have all agreed upon. How to detect, how to prevent, how to structure, how to strengthen the reporting mechanism. Deep fakes, deep misinformation, there are so many different colors of this synthetic, to use the generic term, synthetic content, which is not natural content, which has been created using some tools. There can be something which is very genuine. For example, somebody is using AI simply to enhance a photograph, right? That is not harmful. That's not something which is affecting the society. But there is somebody who's using somebody's face and creating a video which can be totally wrong. For example, in the recent elections in Madhya Pradesh, a video surfaced in which the chief minister was kind of saying that, okay, you vote for the opposite party. That is absolute misinformation. That is absolute deep fake. That is absolute deep misinformation. We have to address that part. We have to make sure that the people who create this, they are identified, they have their own set of punishments. Simultaneously, the platforms, which are the tools through which this content is spreading, they also have to take a responsibility in terms of what they are allowing to be put on the platforms. Are they taking enough steps for preventing such damage to the society? Are they taking enough technological steps for that? Second, as I've said earlier, the regulation, we will start working on it right away. It may be in the form of amending the existing rules, it may be in the form of having new rules, or it may be in the form of having a new law. Whichever is the most appropriate way, we will work on it.
So will there be a public consultation on the
Of course,
regulation?
everything has a public consultation.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
All of our DPDP was extensive consultation. Everything that we have done has had extensive consultation.
Hi sir, Arundeep from the Hindu. Just on that point, will there be a public draft also? That's number one. Second is, has the Election Commission also been engaged in this issue, and do you plan on reaching out to political parties to get a bare minimum commitment that, okay, we will abstain from the use of deepfakes featuring opposition leaders, opposition with relation to themselves, for instance, because that is going to be a huge part of the democracy part of things.
We request everybody, each and every person who would like to give your views on this, to give your views. We have identified a nodal officer within MeitY, and very soon we'll be uploading an email ID on which within the MyGov platform, we'll create a structure through which all the consultations can be taken.
Sir, Ohik for Money Control. So, social media companies have maintained that they don't have the requisite technology to detect automatically, right? Deepfakes and everything. Was there a discussion regarding that, how to improve detection, and I wanted your take on that.
All the social media platforms agreed that today extensive set of technologies are available to automatically detect. They agreed that yes, there are good technologies which are available. The professors also very categorically said that yes, technologies are available. Yes, there was a point that as we have technologies to identify and detect, there are other people who are making the deepfakes even more sophisticated. So that's a constant, that's a continuous cat and mouse thing which is happening. But yes, technologies are available.
So, hi, I have a two-point question, sir. We did a story today. For instance, safe harbor provisions for social media platforms about the content that they host. There is a big section on social media platforms, the story today that we've done, where the ads that people are placing on these platforms contain deepfakes of like very popular celebrities. Now, given that these companies make money directly out of each ad, should there be an extra burden, at least for the advertisement part of this, that should be placed on social media companies? That's my first part, sir. And the second part, sir, is there also perhaps a discussion where you have to sort of strike a balance? So for instance, if I as a political party or as a political party campaigner, if I want to say reach 10 different demographies who speak 10 different languages, can I independently make a deepfake video of myself, say speaking in 10 different languages? Is that perhaps a deepfake that the government would be comfortable with?
First point about advertisements which are misleading, correct? There was a discussion very clearly. This is one of the threats, one of the risks that we are facing. We need to find out how to tackle it, right? That is part of the next discussion that we do within the first week of December. The second point about would somebody like to use the AI technologies and create videos or content which can be like deepfake. Our point is the users have a right to know what is natural and what is not natural, what is natural and what is synthetic. Users also have a right to know. So the way we will structure the entire regulatory mechanism is that we will focus both on preventing the harm as well as giving the option to the user to see something, whether it is, or evaluate whether it is synthetic or natural. We would like the users also to get that thing. We have people behind also.
Sir.
Okay.
सर, आपने कहा कि सरकार रेगुलेशन बना रही है और मौजूदा कानून के तहत या जरूरत पड़े तो नए कानून भी ला सकते हैं। क्या आपको लगता है कि कोई नया बिल लाना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये समाज में जैसे आपने कहा थ्रेट भी है, डेमोक्रेसी को भी थ्रेट है, नया बिल लाने के लिए जरूरत है इसमें?
जैसा मैंने कहा, रेगुलेशन इन 3 तरीकों से हो सकता है। उसके ऊपर तुरंत आज से काम चालू होगा। कुछ काम पहले भी हुआ है और इसके ऊपर काफी गंभीरता के साथ काम हुआ है। या तो एग्जिस्टिंग रेगुलेशंस रूल्स को चेंज करेंगे या नए रूल्स लाएंगे या नया कानून लाएंगे। इनमें से किसी एक तरीके से इसमें रेगुलेशन आएगा।
सर, मैं पीयूष पांडे हूं, TV9 भारतवर्ष से। मेरा सवाल ये है कि आपने कहा कि इसमें दंडात्मक प्रावधान भी रहेंगे। अगर दंडात्मक प्रावधान रहेंगे तो क्या रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव इफेक्ट से इसे लागू किया जाएगा या फिर चूंकि आपराधिक कानून को अगली तारीख से ही लागू किया जाएगा?
जो भी कानून बनते हैं मोस्टली प्रोस्पेक्टिव ही होते हैं। पीछे जो बैठे हैं पहले यहाँ से ले ले, और you want to go this way and then come. ठीक।
So this Momita from PTI, I wanted to ask you, ever since the advisory and the notice that was given to the social media platforms on tackling deepfakes, what has been the, are there any statistics? Did they report to you how many such pieces did they pull down after the government notice came to them?
After the advisory, and even I would like to say very candidly that yes, the social media platforms have taken this matter very seriously, and our advisory was helpful to them in the sense that after the advisory within the organizations, they had lots of internal discussions, and they have started taking the steps already basis this. And today's meeting, they very categorically said that we share your concern. We share the concern, and this is not only in India. This is something which we are facing all over the world, and we share the concern of different societies across different geographies, is what they have very clearly said. We will share if they provide any data.
Hi, sir. Gulveen from Mint. So one simple question. A lot of the deepfakes that they may not originate from within India. They may be done by people overseas and then circulated within the country. How will that be tackled within the 4 pillars that you mentioned, and what have the social media companies said about that?
See, as I've stated earlier, digital world doesn't have the physical boundaries that we see in the physical world. So anything which is created anywhere, but if it is used in India, within our geography, within our limits, it will be regulated.
So financial penalties, how will you apply those on?
We will be thinking of, we'll find a way to do that.
Sir, Asim, CNBC Awaaz.
So we have one more. You don't have any questions? Okay.
सर असीम CNBC आवाज से सर अभी जो ग्रीवियांस सिस्टम है काफी पैथेटिक है आप मेल कर दीजिए उसका रिप्लाई नहीं आता है अगर इंडिविजुअल कंप्लेंट करने जाए तो उसके बाद कोई कार्रवाई होती ही नहीं है हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू स्ट्रेंथन दैट कैसे करेंगे आप
मैं आपको जानकारी देना चाहता हूं कि जितना लॉ एनफोर्समेंट का काम है करीब करीब आज 100% कंप्लायंस ऑलरेडी है
सर पर्टिकुलरली वो गवर्नमेंट ने जो एक्शन लिया है उसके ऊपर हुआ लेकिन इंडिविजुअल कंप्लेंट्स की मैं बात कर रहा हूं तो उसके ऊपर कोई नहीं अगर किसी का डीपफेक वायरल हो रहा है वो कंप्लेंट करना चाहे तो उसके ऊपर कोई एक्शन नहीं होता
मैंने यही आपको कहा ना कि आज कंप्लायंस प्रैक्टिकली 100% है और रिपोर्टिंग मैकेनिज्म जो है कोई भी यूजर रिपोर्ट करे उसके ऊपर क्या एक्शन लिया जाएगा इसको स्ट्रेंथन करना आउट ऑफ द 4 पिलर्स The third pillar is reporting mechanism. मैं एक बार फिर सबकी जानकारी के लिए रिपीट करना चाहूंगा हम लोगों ने आज क्लियरली तय किया है कि 4 पिलर्स होंगे 4 पहलू होंगे जिसपे त्वरित भाव से काम किया जाएगा पहला डिटेक्शन दूसरा प्रिवेंशन यानी स्प्रेड करना थर्ड रिपोर्टिंग मैकेनिज्म और चौथा awareness create karna. We will be working on 4 pillars. First is detection. Second is how to prevent the spread of deepfakes. Third, how do we strengthen the reporting mechanism and the action on that, which is your question. Fourth, the awareness about deepfakes, how to detect, how to find out, how to report, what harms it can do, all that stuff we will be working.
So just a 2-part question. Number one, so far the framework that we have is that in case of such an issue of deepfake, it is essentially a private dispute between me and the social media company. Will the new regulations factor in a role for the government where the government can also be seen taking action against the errant parties? That's one. Second, sir, you had hinted at Section 79 withdrawal. Is that also something that will also be a part of the framework? Section 79.
Let the regulations come. I'll request everybody, every interested person, please share your suggestions. We will be opening a platform very soon for your suggestions. Give your suggestions, how we can further improve, how we can shape the regulations, right? This is something which will be done in a consultative way. We have maintained very clearly that safe harbor, the way it was in 1990s, is not the same way it is in 2023. Times have changed, things have changed, society has changed. So the social media platforms will have to take responsibility in their own way. How they do it, how the technological and policy structures evolve will be done in a very consultative manner. But yes, everybody agreed that we are also equally concerned about deepfakes and the spread of misinformation using the platforms. So that's why they also want to take enough steps which will help the society.
Hi, sir. Jagmeet from TechCrunch. So there's a concern around that there are some apps that are allowing users to create deepfake videos for entertainment purposes or for sharing with other users there on those platforms. And how will the government set the accountability for those apps, or would that be limited to the platforms where people are sharing the content?
This question was also discussed, whether the app should be disallowed or there should be some sort of control on the apps which are used to generate deep fakes. That is a question which is open question. We have asked the platforms to come with their thoughts on it. And this is a very important point that you have raised.
Sir, Ashish from Economics. When the issue of deepfakes first arose, you had said that there are enough provisions in the IT Act as well as the IT rules. For example, misinformation or impersonation using a computer. So in the new rules that will be there, if you could give an umbrella picture of what could be new and what provisions are we likely to see that?
I've given a clear structure on which we are working. The 4 pillars of our structure is detection, prevention, reporting mechanism, and awareness. We'll be using that structure for creating the regulation.
So hi, Sankalp from Bloomberg. So 2 questions. One, so elections are looming in our country, but this is an issue that is plaguing democracies the world over. I was wondering if you're going to form a global coalition of sorts where multiple countries can deal with this problem together, including India, because the issue remains the same. That's one. The second thing is in the intermediary rules, there is a personal liability clause for companies that out the rules. I was wondering if this would also be applicable to a regulation on deepfakes, where executives of companies could be made personally liable. Thank you.
Yes, it is a global issue, and this is recognized all over the world that the issue of deepfakes has to be tackled. Our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has given a very clear call that yes, AI has to be regulated